Hi my friends, Dr. Groovy Scott Grove, GroovyMusicLessons.com, and yeah, got another Fender Santa Rosa acoustic electric from back in the good old days. Stayed up late again about 10 days ago. eBay, buy it now, about 3 o'clock in the morning. Said $450 or best offer. I asked him, I gave him an offer of $400 and he took it right away. And yeah, these are going between $1,200–1,500 now since I posted my first few that I got recently. So score. Okay, just had to show you. Okay, yeah, waltz time, but off time, kind of like reading between the lines. 1 2 3 2 2 3 3 2 3 4 2 3. Okay, what I'm gonna be doing, yeah, the little band down here in the Digitech Trio box, drums and bass anyway, we'll be doing that. D, G, A, back to D, then a turnaround in D. I'll play that for you one time in just a second. But I want to show you, this is the way I play most of the time, even if it's not waltz stuff. So a lot of people on here, when I'm playing with myself, down here in my stepmother's great-grandmother's third cousin, twice removed basement area. I play with no accompaniment back here until I bought these little pedals. And everybody's like, I just don't know when he's changing or what he's doing, and it sounds all discombobulated. And that's probably why, because even on 4/4 songs, I really like to play in between the beats, not even on the 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. I play in between those. So it's kind of a Willie Nelson on acid kind of thing, but it works. It doesn't work when it's by itself like it always has been. So I'm glad we got the little boxes down here to help us out. So for everybody who's into waltzes or not into waltzes, I don't care if you care to learn something. I'm doing it on the acoustic just because I've done reviews on a few of these already and I don't need to do another one. I just have to show it on camera and this date being posted for tax purposes. Okay. You know how it goes, or you don't. And so let's get down here on this thing. Sounds great, by the way. So yeah, here's the backing track, and I'll put the guitar with it again. Here'll be the pattern, and then I'll move in close to the guitar like usual. Yes, new camera. Okay, that's why you could see more. I'll leave see more alone. It's an inside joke with the family. So D, G, A, and then back to the 1, the D, and then a quick turnaround for half a bar in A. So. That will be our track, and I'll let it play like I usually do and toss in a little light rhythm so you can play some of the lead stuff later after I'm done. Give you about 5 minutes of that stuff to just play over. I don't know how to put tracks up for you guys to download them blah 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 automatically without me having to be involved. If I did, I'd have them up there whenever you guys ask for them, but again, I'm computer illiterate, so I'm doing well to get this far. So let's take this thing, move it on down my typical way, because even though I got a new camera doesn't mean I got any better at doing what it is I'm doing. Okay, so there, stay. Yeah, box is behind me, but at least you can see everything now. You can see the picking hand and the other hand, and that be that. Maybe I can move at this angle of the dangle. Everything, like the Hello Kitty guitars are right here. So I will just move this to compensate. How's that? I like it. Pardon my underarm stench. Here we are in Smell-O-Vision. Down, boy, down. One more reach over. Reach around. Okay, so playing against the grain here between the lines without the actual beat. So we will be a beat off. Okay, to kind of show you, I'll just do a few things. Okay, and I'll teach you a lot of these licks, of course, and just simply try to do what you can with them and emulate what's going on. And that's why I teach. I'll show you how to do it. Okay, so here's some stuff that we will be going over. Nothing is landing on the one, nothing is starting on anything that makes sense. Yes, Willie-esque, but then when you get up to these high notes, then it still has a little bit of that, because not a lot of people play that way, but I've always loved it. And that's why it's heavily incorporated in what I do. So hopefully you'll dig it enough to add it to whatever the heck it is you're trying to do. Okay, I'm going to change that little lighting situation. Try to get some glare somewhere other than where it's at. I know, I could have done it before, but you know me. I don't think ahead. I don't think ahead has ever hurt anybody. Oh, never mind. Okay, so, quick lick. Okay, so we're going to start all the way up. Okay, so we're going to go to the D7. Okay, this here we use all the time. Straight. Pentatonic thing. Blues. Whatever. So it's based out of the D here in an A shape. So you got, you don't hold it this way, but just for shits and giggles so you can see where it's at. We're going to be going on the high E. 10, 9, 7, same thing on the B, then 9, 7 on the G, and then when we go to the D7, take it back to the 5. So here's the way we'll be doing it. Again, 10, 9, 7, same thing. See. Yeah, exactly. And getting ready to go up for the G. Okay, so against the grain here. See how that will kind of happen, and you can put it offbeat anywhere you want it, just so it's not on the beat, and you can flavor it and change it instead of. Okay, you can go forward, backward, in the middle, start there, whatever. It's just a regular straight scale, so major scale. So if you want to go. Whoa! I know. Keep my day job. If I had a day job, I'd do it. Okay, so that's one. Again, me using it. Okay, when I went there to the G, I just went back one fret from our 7th. So I went down to the 4. Okay, which I think is really cool. And if you want to Willie out, get your Willie out, after that 4, which is actually the 3rd of the G chord, you can take it down to the 2, then 1. There's the Willie thing. Okay, and that keeps your G thing. So you got from the D to the D7, which is the 5th fret, to the 4th fret, which is your G, the 3rd of your G chord, down to 2. If you want a Willie, when it goes to the A, generally I would use the open A, then fret 1, 2, skip 3, go to 4, and then when you get to 5, you're back to the D again, but they're all over the place. For example, and I'll do the G thing just the way I showed it to you, and the A thing just the way I showed it to you. Again, I'm trying to make it Willie-esque, but that's the best way to kind of figure out how to play off key, or off, a beat off. Okay, so that was just kind of one little way to do it. Again, just take these crazy little licks and move them around any way you want. Another example of basically the same thing. Okay, I will mess with these just a little bit. The D. So that just gives you some ideas. Again, after the D, I'm using a lot of the fifths of the chord. So again, I just played backwards of what we were doing and only played part of it. Same as that. There's the fifth of, there's the fifth of the D, there's the fifth of the A, fifth of the D again, then the G followed up behind it. I was already hanging there because I was using it as a oh, I always lose my train of thought. Why? Drugs. So, it's creating some tension there, so, because it wants to be here, but I'm going, and then the G chord catches up with it. So it's just a matter of sticking those in the right hole. Oh man, me and my puns today. Okay, so now the other things. These I've taught millions of times, but then again, we are just simply looking to expand on the way to use some of this stuff. Again, following that same thing, cover the E and the B at the 10. We're going to slide both of them up to the 12 and back to the 10. Okay, or, okay, that's both of them same time. Or this one I really like, it's just another inflection. That's the B. You're doing everything the same, but you're playing the B. Slide it, and then when you get there, hit the E, and then let it all ring together though. Okay, so first two notes are on the B string. While it's still ringing, hit the E, so you let everything ring together. And that there's always a nice way to do a seventh, is to simply flat the root note, the D, back 2 frets, so from 10 down to 8, but keep your B string, because you can go right here on the B at 8 and then 7 on the E for your G. Everything up a whole step. However far you want to carry that out. So, with playing just this, and I'll just play that, and then down here at G, which is 3rd and 5th fret, back to 3rd, which is your G, and then an A, and that's all I'm going to play, but out of time, okay? So you see what I'm going after? Okay? And, okay, Mr. Mackey, drugs are bad. Okay? If you're not a South Park watcher, still sounds like I'm on drugs. Okay? Okay? And still, the same licks, if you're doing just a major scale, starting from your 1. I think that was that song with some kid dressed up as a bumblebee. You guys will let me know what it is, and if it wasn't. So, straight scale. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. That thing. So, D, 5, 7, now 4, 5, 7, 4, 6, 7. Okay, and I'm going to go up to 7 to 9. Or you can finish up what you were doing before. It's just an octave lower. Okay, and then I'll play everything out of that at the beginning, and then just try to make something out of it, and again, all off beat. Okay, so that we know. There's G. There's the 3 of the A. I always like doing that instead of the root notes. It's just kind of cool. The 3rd, it's okay, but not as cool as the 5th. Okay, just remember the root and the 5th always sound better in a situation like this because that's what the bass is playing. Okay, so let's continue on with this again. And you can add the little climb up. Okay, from the 5 chord, which is A. So on the E string, 5, 7, then 4, then 5 starts you back into your D again. So just as a basic thing, I'll let you watch the shape. So real basic pentatonic sounding scale stuff for the D part. Then I'll just get out of there, but still stay kind of in the low region. So that's about as far as I'm going to go with it, but again, it's taking the licks you know and just bebopping around. I'll try not to mess with this too awful much because I want to go play my guitar. Anyway, so hopefully that'll give you some ideas. I tried to stay basic with the changes and the scales especially, keep them very normal. But it gives you something to play over waltz stuff. A lot of people really have a hard time with that, and I've already shown you some stuff to play. If you just put Scott Grove Waltz, I've already showed you some stuff to play that are all dead on the beat. So check those out as well. As promised, I'll let this puppy run by with just me playing some light rhythm so it fills it out, and you guys can jam along to this. Okay, so we'll do it for about 5 minutes for a backing track. 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3. Anyway, you guys be better than I was. I know you will. Catch you on the next whatever I post. Later.